Hello, it's Mark Stewart Greenstein. I'm candidate for governor of Connecticut, and I'm especially hopeful of addressing liberty-minded people and those of you who may have been wooed here by strange creatures called libertarians. They are liberty-minded folks who believe that it is the best policy for governments. I am one of them. The liberty-minded among us know that individuals, not governments, make wiser choices for their communities and for themselves. And protecting adults' right to choose is something that I, as governor, uphold strongly. Choice is therefore behind almost every policy I can think of that this governor will encounter. I am in favor of expanded casino gambling. That's not for the revenue's sake. It's a little bonus. It's for the sake of choice. If somebody wants to spend his recreational dollars on roulette wheels and games of dice and poker, I'm not going to get in the way. If somebody chooses to go deep with those dollars and maybe bring far too much money to the casino and lose it, I believe the community should step in, but I'm not convinced that the state should. State might put up a warning, might put up calls to his wife, other people in his orbit, say, you're hurting us and you're hurting yourself. I'm not going to criminalize it. Hang gliding is something we allow and should, even though every year there will be some people who die in hang gliding accidents. MMA, mixed martial arts, okay? It's been illegal in Connecticut. We've just reformed because the revenue might come in to help our coffers. I would be reforming so that it's for the sake of choice. That if people want to go at each other fiercely in a ring, get paid well for it, very well if you win, somewhat if you don't, entertain people along the way, I'm all for it. Wouldn't be for it for children, but once you're of majority, and remember for me, majority is not a matter of age, but a matter of proven maturity. Now, how far do you go? Inherently harmful would be my standard by which the government has a responsibility to prevent it. There are very few things that are inherently harmful. I am not sure whether heroin use is one of them. There are casualties. But there are the majority of people who do it and end up unscathed. Many people do it and for a while are in a horrible cauldron of mental anguish, but come out of it. I don't see much good in it, but I'm on the fence about legislating against it. What's over the line, therefore? Russian roulette. Okay? That's inherently going to kill you if you do it enough times. 6 rounds, 1 bullet in a chamber of 6. After a while, you will shoot yourself to death. The state should, out of a moral obligation, prevent that kind of activity. So it takes a lot for the state to be proscribing an activity to adults. For minors, I think there's a safety concern that should be the presumption that where maturity is not known, we have an obligation to keep these possibly harmful activities away from kids. And that's why I'm actually ambivalent about kids football. Okay? Most people get through football without long-term injury. But a lot have it. Concussions, back pains, broken limbs. And kids are being signed up by their parents. So I do have qualms on this one, and I insist that once they hit age 13, the Pee-wee football tyke is exposed to a lot of reading, a lot of analysis of what football can do to people's brains and their bodies. Now, I don't think football is going to come up for legislative review during the next 4 years that I might serve in governor. But here's one that will, and it is marijuana. And there, I think it is a no-brainer to allow adults to use something that has not been shown to be long-term harmful. Okay, minor dopiness that people can overcome, and even if they don't, it's a slight diminution of somebody's brain capacity while they might have an expansion of fun, they might have an expansion of feelings, there might be some kinds of brain capacity that we don't measure quite as well on SAT tests. So I'm not in a position to say that it is inherently harmful to kids or adults. Again, I would keep it out of the hands of kids, but for adults, it seems to be proper. So we liberty-minded people draw a sharp distinction between what we can do to or for ourselves versus what the state can do to others. And this is where we are vehement about the state not knowing well enough and not possessing the power to harm your freedom. You are restricted from hurting others. If you want to potentially hurt yourself, we don't believe in getting in the way because you know yourself better. You, the mature adult, know tolerances better than a bureaucrat possibly can. Don't harm others. Don't steal their stuff. We allow you to